world heavyweight float. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo, I got that Ric Flair figure foe. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated folk.
Balls and buds by my side, the crowd's all here. Jabs and hooks, rhythm like a thunderstorm. Knockout vibes, this is how legends are born. Gloves up, fight hard, hearts on fire. Balls and buds, we take it higher. Hear the crowd roar. Balls and buds got the power, hear the clash. Every punch, our legacy won't hide. Fight with honor, fight the good fight. If we claim the and buds run this town. Raise a fist, hear the anthem ignite. Rock Talk family, we settle the score.
You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, friends? Yes, indeed, another week back at it again. Welcome to the Professor's Semanalmente. I am your host, Omar, the Professor Fonseca. Yes, indeed, it's going to be a great show today, a quick one. I got Hot Take Jake joining me in just a few minutes. We're going to announce a new show of ours that we're going to be putting out to the masses, so be looking forward to that. Other than that, I'm going to talk a little entertainment and sports. If you remember last time I went on Thursday, I wasn't able to talk the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. I didn't have enough time, had to be respectful to the other people that I needed to go stream with and get there in time. So did that, didn't get to talk about that. I will talk about that, update you on all the other sports happenings from the NBA All-Star Game, Winter Olympics, so on and so forth. But special announcement tonight, we will have NBA. Yes, we will be on millions.co tonight. I will be there with Bobby G from Audible Sports, Cal Lee, and hopefully Warren Shaw from the Baseline NBA podcast, and as well, hopefully, Jay from Unfair Sports, who you've seen plenty of times here before on Ball and Buds. So hopefully we'll have all those gentlemen on there. Either way, I will be there at 9 Eastern tonight, millions.co. You will see us there talking NBA mid-season review. We'll talk the All-Star game. We'll talk the playoffs coming up and everything like that. But for now, it is the Professor Semanalmente. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Hit that like button whether watching now or on the replay. It really helps us out in the algorithm. And let's kick this bad boy off. All right, so first things first, got a lot of news here to get into. I want to start with some prayers here today for, first of all, civil rights icon, activist, Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was also a Democratic nominee. If I can get my, there it is, was also a Democratic nominee for president at one point in time in the 80s. He actually ran twice. He passed away at 84. What a beautiful speaker he was, an orator, like MLK Jr., Martin Luther King Jr. was. They were both friends, obviously. He was a tireless advocate for social change, founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, seeking to create an inclusive force to address economic issues. And yeah, he just lived a really progressive life, trying to help out as many people as he possibly could, whether they were black, brown, white, or otherwise. As well, he was able to lead those different movements, including Operation Push in Chicago. Those had merged together. He also negotiated, if you didn't know, the release of American prisoners held in Yugoslavia in 1999. In 2000, President Bill Clinton awarded him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So rest in power there to Reverend Jesse Jackson. I was born when around the time of his second presidential run, I guess. So I don't really remember too much of him, but I've watched videos of his speeches. And like I said, a really great speaker. Rest in peace as well to Mr. Robert Duvall, actor. Career spanned 7 decades, which is pretty amazing. 7 decades in one job. I know people back in the day, they used to keep those jobs as long as possible. And we maybe don't do that these days. We stayed like 3 years and we're gone. You know what I mean? But hey, 7 years as an actor, I guess once you get there and you're good, you got to keep your spot. American actor, filmmaker, producer, received an Academy Award, a BAFTA, 4 Golden Globes, 2 Primetime Emmys, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. So I saw a really nice quote from Viola Davis, amazing actress, love her. Me and my mom both love her. She said, "I had the honor of working alongside you in Widows. I was in awe, always been in awe of your portrayals of men who were quiet and dominating in their humanness. You were a giant, an icon. Apocalypse Now, The Godfather, To Kill a Mockingbird, Tender Mercies, The Apostle, Lonesome Dove. Greatness never dies. It stays as a gift. Rest well, sir. Your name will be spoken. May flights of angels sing to thee in rest." I just thought that was a really nice quote. There were also too many nice quotes to choose for Jesse Jackson, but if you see his one of his children, I saw her talking. I believe it was CNN was the channel it was on. I saw the video. It was a very nice thing that she did. No, wait, it was Chris Cuomo. So it was that means it was News Nation. But anyways, really nice things she said about him as well. So, you know, when we lose people, we want to make sure we extend those flowers to them, right? Make sure that they are honored for the things that they did in life, even if even if they weren't a civil rights icon or an actor. Any one of us can make a difference in this world. You just got to continue to progress on, continue to try to get yourself to where you can be, to make this world a better place for you, your family, whoever it is that you are working for and towards. So that being said, it is Lent today. So as we honor the memory of those two gentlemen, it is Lent, where we honor Jesus Christ and his passion, life, death, and resurrection for us, or for me. I don't put my religion on anybody. I am a Christian. I don't force that on anybody. You believe whatever you want to believe. I respect that and I love that. But for me, Lent starts today. So, I like to be introspective in my Lent. I don't really necessarily give anything up per se. I like to more add things in and try to change things up kind of. So, but more just reflecting and trying to be a better person as we all could be. So during that time also is the Lunar New Year, which is also another 40-day cycle, as is Ramadan. So a lot of these holidays coming around the same time, but the Lunar New Year is the year of the fire horse. The 7th animal in the 12th of the 12-year zodiac cycle. The fire horse symbolizes energy, independence, ambition, dynamicism or being dynamic, courageousness, and charismaticness or being charismatic. They say this year you should take bold steps, embrace change, and pursue new opportunities. And that's definitely all three. I'm already in motion this year, and big things this year for Ball and Buds. It's going to be very exciting, God willing. But yes, y'all check it. Y'all keep subscribed to Ball and Buds, and you'll see all the good things coming. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you very much, as always. Let's see. Ooh, Rock Chalk, shout out. What's up, Rock Chalk? How we doing? Best true crime podcast on YouTube at Rock Chalk True Crime. You see it right there, the handle. Y'all go ahead and check her out. She does a tremendous job covering true crime and cases and things like that. I always seem to catch the local cases. Maybe I missed all the national stories, but she does a really, really good job. I always seem to come in on the Kansas ones, but I like it anyways. Rock Chalk. So shout out to you. I hope you heard the song at the beginning. Yes, it is the one that you made for me. So salute to you. for making the song. I just remixed it with my own and made it a nice classic. So salute to you. All right, y'all subscribe and tap in with Rock Talk. Let's keep it moving. What was I was on? Oh yeah, Super Bowl. Of course, you know it. You got it. Yes, Rock Chalk True Crime. If you like true crime, get it in. All right. No, you're awesome. Thank you so much for that song. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. We got the Super Bowl halftime show. I didn't get to talk about this last week when I was on because I had to go. So I just wanted to, I know it's probably mostly old news at this point, but still just talk about it a little bit. Look, people are going to have their differing opinions, and that is perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with you having your own opinion, and whether you liked it or not is, again, your own personal opinion. That's perfectly fine with me. I don't expect everyone to have liked it. It was not everybody's cup of tea. I completely understand, and I get it. The thing that I wish didn't happen in these sorts of things, and I know within our world these days, we're very divided politically, and that seems to turn us divided more racially and all other things that come into play, right? Nothing we're going to get into here today. But what I am trying to say is that those things all play part into not only how we think, but other people think, and how those thoughts mix together. And with social media, with the advent of social media nowadays, and I teach social media and digital marketing, actually restarting my course this summer. Anybody looking to take digital marketing classes, social media from your boy, let me know. I did create my own course for small business owners, but I now modified it to everybody. But anyways, shameless plug. Social media has now allowed this to become rancid. It's allowed, even though I teach it and even though I use it, I can admit it is a bad place. Children shouldn't even be on there, to be honest. I think the law they took up in, what was it, Australia or something, where it's like no one under 14, I think we should have that law, because social media is so bad for young kids, especially for self-esteem reasons and other things of that sort. But irregardless, and yes, that is a word, it's not going to be for everybody, because not everybody maybe even doesn't like dance music or doesn't obviously understand Spanish. I don't understand all the Spanish that he spoke. I probably understood 50% of it. And I'm Puerto Rican. So it's not necessarily about how much you understand or what necessarily happened. I get it. People had issues with maybe the gyrations, a lot of the maybe scantily clad ladies. But look, we went through Usher, who did the same thing, Rihanna, Shakira and J-Lo. Y'all love what them ladies came out and shook their hips, didn't y'all? Didn't have no problem with Spanish people back then. Anyway, I'm totally kidding. Anyway, that's funny. Anyways, so I get that, but it's like, all right, that's kind of a tired and played excuse, because we've been seeing that in mainstream media forever now. So then just don't watch the Super Bowl if that's going to be the issue. Really, the issue was the division of politics and President Donald Trump bringing his opinion in. Also, Bad Bunny being ICE, obviously anti-ICE, and bringing that to the forefront. So then you have the two different political parties going at it, and then that kind of sprouts out into the actual racial component of the nation. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I am the professor. I bring you only the knowledge, fact, and truth here on this beautiful program, the Professor Semanalmente. If we're gonna look at the majority of a conservative party, it's white, and the majority of the Democratic Party is, well, still probably white, just because they're the majority white people in this country. But it's also many more minorities, is what I was trying to say. I thought about that in my head. I was like, it's still probably mostly white, but many more minorities is what I'm trying to get at. So there's different views that people would take looking at that from those sides of things. So I completely understand. And again, maybe you don't like, I don't even like dance music. I do like this kind of music because it's reggaeton, and it's the culture where I come from in Puerto Rico. This is part of it. I know it's kind of a newer part of the Puerto Rican culture. I get, obviously, they didn't have reggaeton and stuff back in like the 50s, but music has come along in all those areas. So, I mean, even if you're talking hard rock back in the 70s, and all of those bands back then. I mean, come on now. I mean, the prudeness of the issue needs to be set aside, or you just shouldn't watch a mainstream program at all. Because I am in no way, I am Christian. I don't necessarily think that kids should necessarily be subject to those sorts of things. But for me personally, as a 45-year-old man, I would much rather watch that than watch the Super Bowl in, like, I believe it was like 1992, right before they went. No, not 92. What was it? It was like 80 something. Anyways, right before they started going to performers. And it was like a marching band. And then there was one with like these people like riding fake horses and like little kid costumes. And it was like, no, what are we doing? I don't want to watch this crap. I'd rather watch this, even if it is sometimes a little over the top, which I can agree with. I can understand where you would be coming from if you said that, but don't say it now, because again, we've been seeing that for 20, 30 years now. Especially all you people that grew up in the peace and love hippies era of the 70s. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all, all y'all metalheads and rock heads, and I don't want to hear nothing. But anyways, back to what I was saying. He represented our culture, my culture, the culture of Puerto Rico, beautifully. Everything from the beginning, where you see the old dudes playing dominoes, which you see at every single party. The piraguas, or which is like what they had, which is like a ice, like snow cones, but it's not in a cone in Puerto Rico. But anyways, that's what it's called. Or when the little kid was like sleeping, and I know that's kind of like more akin to many cultures, but this happens all the time in Spanish parties. Like a little kid will just fall. I've been this little kid before. Will just fall asleep across like 3 hard chairs while all the rest of the people just dance all night long, and they'll just leave the little kid there, and someone will check on him every 30 minutes or so. That was hilarious. Anyways, and then going all the way to being really poignant with the song to Hawaii, saying "Don't let it happen to us," and then the power outage song with the visuals of the power line sparking, which is still, if you don't live in Puerto Rico, you probably don't know, still is a really big deal. People on that island are getting power outages all the time still now. My family still gets power outages. It happens even when there isn't a storm. So these are things that he brought into the fruition, and he wanted to bring to the mainstream so that people understood the problems that we are experiencing in Puerto Rico, and the problems that should not be experienced, because we are a territory of the United States. The United States conquered and took over us. And if that's the case, then we should be taken care of and loved just the same as any other American state. And that goes for Guam. That goes for the U.S., Virgin Islands, which I now know is half kind of owned now. I learned that when I went this past time. I did not realize that, but there's like some joint custody type stuff going on there. I don't know. Anyways, but by the way, Virgin Islands, very beautiful. Shout out to mi mama. We went on a cruise to the Caribbean and went to all these places. Where was Barbados, and where else did we go? I saw the home of Rihanna. They took us by Rihanna's house. I was half asleep because it was like 8 a.m. I didn't want to get off the ship. I was trying to sleep in, but I was dragged out there by my beautiful mother. But I got to see Rihanna's house. Not that I no offense, Rihanna. I don't care for your music that much, but hey, I can say I saw it. Anyways, moving on. I got way off track there. The Super Bowl, by the way, averaged 124.9 million viewers, 137.8 million during the second quarter it peaked at. Now, for the halftime show specifically, Bad Bunny came in at 128.2 million, down last year from Kendrick Lamar's 133.5, which is obviously the highest ever. Now, there's obviously going to be discrepancies. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I loved Kendrick's last year as well, so I love both of them. It doesn't really matter which one is number one, because they both brought knowledge. If you go back and see Kendrick's, it was a lot like Bad Bunny's, bringing knowledge to the plight of the African American culture. Anyways, that being said, I guess the top now is Kendrick Lamar's number one. Michael Jackson number two. This is in terms of ratings, which obviously really doesn't mean much because Nielsen changed their ratings a few years ago, and even last year they came out with the Big 4+ data, which is a new way of them measuring, because now they're taking into account all kinds of like bars and streaming platforms and other places that they didn't necessarily take into account before. I know they took into account bars before, but I mean, it's kind of a different counting system for it. Anyways, you've got to go read up on it, but it's a new Nielsen. So all of the ones are going to be high now these days, right? Because they're just, the viewership count is going to be different by Nielsen. So you'll see that jump when Rihanna came around and it jumped up to 120 million. That's when new numbers started getting added in because they started measuring differently and measuring more. So inherently, you're going to have more viewers. But this was obviously the most watched by a Spanish language community. And I think once you if you really erase the discrepancies of globally, you may even have seen more for a Bad Bunny or more for a Michael Jackson, or more for, someone who, or Rihanna, someone who's global instead of just Kendrick Lamar, who is global, sure, but more United States fandom. I would think so. Anyways, I did want to bring all that up because I know there was a lot about it. But look, anything is going to be something someone doesn't like. Not everyone's going to like everything, is what I'm trying to say. And when he's looking at it from the perspective of trying to bring light to the plight of the Puerto Rican island, or even bringing plight to ICE, or bringing awareness to ICE and their tactics and what they're doing. I'm not anti-ICE, but I agree that their tactics need to be way better. And I know there's a lot of conservatives that are on the right that don't necessarily watch the left news, and vice versa, to be completely honest. But I watch all the news ones, like right, left, center. I watch all of them because I like to stay informed. And so I see how they talk about it, and I see how their biases are, and I see how they lean, and see how they talk about different things, and so on and so forth. And so when you see from the from that side of thing, they're going to talk about ICE in different ways. They're going to say, okay, well, either you're saying that you're not for them doing their job, but sometimes it's more about the tact. It's more about the way that it's being done. Yes, Barack Obama, deporter in chief, deported more people than Donald Trump. Fine, we can all agree on that, and that's okay. But the way that it was done was different. The way that it was handled, no one ever saw it. That's the good part about it. They went to courthouses. They picked them up when they were actually being deported the right way. They weren't going through local and city streets and trying to catch people running away from their jobs. And you know what? I'm surprised that my guest is even here, because I would have thought that ICE would have pulled up on him and grabbed him when he was trying to get back from his job to show up to the show. I take Jake, my brother. Yes.
What's up, buddy?
What's good, baby? How you been, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, I am surprised to see you, though. We both are brown. We might have to watch our back. The ICE could jump us at any point in time.
Right now, my name is not Montoya. The last name is Monty. I'm hoping that helps me out for right now.
Yeah. My name is definitely not Omar. I'll tell you that much.
There you go.
The first thing I would ever say is, look, I'm a veteran, so get out of here. I don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
But anyways, I was talking more about the Bad Bunny halftime show and what it meant to me as a Puerto Rican and representing the culture and stuff like that. But that I did understand that not everybody is going to like it because it maybe isn't your cup of tea. Maybe English isn't your language. Maybe you don't like dance music. Maybe you don't like the, kind of booty shaking and stuff like that. And there's many reasons that you might not like it. I completely understand.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah, please.
Did we have any issue when the beautiful J-Lo and Shakira came out and started shaking the maracas? Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Talk to me, brother. I know you were trying to get in here, and that's why you missed it. But I just said that 5 minutes ago. I said y'all wasn't complaining when they were shaking them hips.
That was my whole point. Bad Bunny is the most popular, I would think, the most popular singer right now
in the globe. Oh, right
by
now,
far.
Yeah, by far.
Would we not say that? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's my whole point.
He was for 3 years, and then Taylor Swift took him over for 2, and then last year he was the global superstar again since Taylor didn't have any albums.
I can't hate on it. I think it was a good move by the NFL. Look, do we want to watch the Who again trying to sing?
No, and I love the Who. I love the Who, but no, I did not like that.
Come on, man. I want the guys in their prime. We want to watch the guys in their prime, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Bon Jovi next year about to break a hip trying to sing "Have a Nice Day." Come on. I want
No.
my guys in their prime. Come on, Omar. We know this.
I hear you. I need to get your opinion on my top 5 halftime shows of all time. All right.
Go ahead.
Number 1, no doubt about it, is Prince. Purple Rain in the middle of the rain is just serendipitous. Look at this. Look at him playing in the rain, Purple Rain. Just a beauty. It was just a great look. He's one of the greatest guitarists ever, anyways. And when you put him out there with that type of crowd, it's going to be great. Also, I picked that Diddy, that 50 Cent commercial as the best Super Bowl commercial. That shit was funny. He was cracking me up. But he's so petty. But anyways, so number 2 after Prince would be Michael Jackson for me. I know you weren't born for these, but Michael Jackson in, I believe it was 1993. That was such an amazing concert, such an amazing event, and it was just beautiful.
I watched these. I think my hot take. Well, I think you put it already. Prince was better than MJ's, right? You had that.
Yeah. I got Prince number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Prince number 1.
People go by sales of what was watched the most, and they'll go MJ automatically number 1.
No, but I do always, and I know Prince is the better artist in terms of talent, in terms of, because he could play guitar and play all the instruments and do all this other stuff, but in terms of actual like celebrity and personality and actually being able to like sing and get everybody off their feet, that was Michael Jackson. So, but anyways, number 3 would be for me the Bad Bunny. Number 4 would be no. You know what? I'm going to take that back. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it there. Number 3 would be Bad Bunny. Number 4, the Dre, Eminem, Snoop.
Yeah, I have that in my top 5.
50 Cent, and then 5 would be Kendrick. And I could switch those up. I could switch 3 through 5 anyway.
I have Kendrick in my top 2.
Okay. I respect that. I loved Kendrick, so I can respect that.
I love what Kendrick did last year.
Yeah, I did too.
I think that was if people didn't notice, that was his final nail in the coffin to Drake, ending that rap battle, saying, I was going to make sure that I could play it on the biggest stage of them all. I think he ended them there. I have most of them in there. I do believe, though, Rihanna put on a good show. You didn't like Rihanna's?
I'm just not a fan of her music. I like Rihanna. I mean, she's fine. I just don't care for her music that much. That's all. I don't care for that much pop music in general. So I mean, it's probably, if I had to say, that would probably be my least favorite genre, is like mainstream pop. But a lot of people like her, so I completely get if you put it in there.
I mean, I like her. I believe the only one I'd probably take out of your top 5 is kind of crazy, but I didn't care for MJ's.
Okay, well, first of all,
I think he showed too much. Omar, that damn halftime show, and they even have behind the scenes. They say MJ's literally standing there for a minute and a half, killing time.
Killing time. He was standing there because the beautiful tension and the beautiful applause starts building, and everybody's getting so frantic and salivating, which is a pause word for Michael Jackson. But anyways, you get what I meant. So I mean, I thought it was great. I thought that was the best start to it. It was like, you just let it build, let the tension build.
Oh my gosh, anyways, I was so frustrated.
That's
when I was watching it.
You were too young, though. You weren't even of age, I don't even believe. But anyways, look, I got to get to my next show, so we are going to keep Jake on for one more thing. I do want to get his opinion on the NBA All-Star Weekend. How did you feel about the NBA All-Star Game? Did it get it reclaimed with a little bit of extra competition that we saw?
I loved it, and here's why. Let me tell you why. You know who set the tone? The Alien.
Your boy.
You're damn right.
Wemby.
The Alien, and this is what I love. And we haven't had this since a Kobe, and RP Kobe. But we haven't had somebody just set a damn tone saying, nah. There's only one game, in my opinion. The NFL is done for with this shit. I'm not doing this flag football crap, watching that shit.
Forget that.
This is the only game to me that really matters. I know people will say baseball because it decides who gets home field advantage, that bull crap. But in my opinion, this is the one where you want to see them. Bro, but very rarely do NBA players get hurt. I do know they can get hurt, but very rarely do they get hurt in this game. Ever.
Sure.
So I think setting the tone, Wemby said it, and I think it's a long. Here's the only thing that will hurt me is if the world team overall ends up getting sorrier and sorrier. Now, I don't see it happening, but that's the only way they could, what's it called? But Wemby, in my opinion, the superstar to become, I think, the greatest of all time here soon, is setting the tone right now. I think he's ready to take down that crown that LeBron has been carrying for over 20 years and get ready to give it to him, because Wemby is our future of the NBA. We're winning the championship this year. I know you know that.
Okay, hey, y'all, I wasn't even going to give you a sneak preview of Total Evisceration that starts next Tuesday. Shameless plug, Hot Take Jake and I will be talking all of the hot topics and completely eviscerating each other. But since he wants to come with some BS so early before our show even started, I'm going to have to wreck him right now. So listen here, you bum. Y'all ain't winning no damn championship. First of all, the Thunder, I know you got their number.
Damn right.
But that don't mean anything, because you're gonna have to go through other people before you even get there. If you can even get there, then you've got to actually see them in the playoffs when they're a much different animal than they have been, because they haven't even been at full strength. And to talk about, look, I would love to go off on Wemby and hate on Wemby too, but I really can't, because I really do think he is the future of this league. Any alien that can do the things that he does at his size is pretty crazy. But what I will say is I hope that y'all suck so bad he goes somewhere else and wins the championship.
You're such a hater. You are such a damn hater. Hey, how's Jason Tatum doing? Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's sitting down. I forgot. Your best player sitting down. Your best player is sitting down right now. I got you.
You got me. You wanted to take it there, huh? No, I got you. Hey, no, look, Hey, I get you. We are playing very well, though. As you see, I told your bum ass Jaylen Brown was a number one superstar, and he done proved it. What you got to say?
This is the regular season, Omar. Let's remember that. There's no defense being played most of the time. Come on now. I can't wait to see if Jaylen Brown's an A player in the playoffs.
Well, you are
Mr. New York Knicks got something to say about that, buddy.
Okay. Oh, now you're a Knicks fan now, huh? Okay.
I'm just telling you who I think is coming out of the East.
All right. Well, you're a B player, and I'm the A player on the new show that we got coming up, everybody. Yes, Total Evisceration. Let me get my slide up. Yes, indeed. Total Evisceration. Jake and I, again, we are going to debate the hot topics and go at it mano y mano. It is going to be exciting. It is going to be fast-paced. You're going to hear a lot of yelling and name-calling, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be like Pardon the Interruption with Mike Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser, but it's going to be that on steroids. We've practiced already. We're going to get a little more practice in before next week's show, but we're prepared. We were going to do it originally on and just pre-record it, but it just takes too much effort to be able to edit it, and I think it'd be better live anyway.
Let's do live. So, you're damn right.
We're going to come.
I don't want you to be able to. You kept stopping the show whenever we're doing it pre-recorded and said, "Can you stop being too hard on me?" That's exactly what you said. That was out of your own. Now you can't say that live, buddy. That was out of your own words. You said, "Yo, Jake, you're being a little too harsh. It's kind of hurting me."
That is so falsified. That is fake news. That is inconceivable. That you would malevolently, excuse me, can't even talk right now. You got me so flustered. Ruin my character like that. The besmirchment of the name of the professor. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just messing with you. No,
I can't wait.
I appreciate you coming in, my brother. Thank you so much. Wanted to get your opinion on those two subjects and as well announce our new show. It will be the 2nd and 4th. Because I can't go every week with my new job, and Jake is busy too, so with his job. So we decided twice a month, the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of every month, tune in to Total Evisceration, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. on the West Coast. It's going to be fun. My brother, thank you. It was good to see you. I will see you next week for our premiere episode.
I can't wait, brother. Hey, we'll hit each other up privately, see what we're going to do, decide what we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah. No, we'll talk on Messenger. We'll actually probably get together probably like 30 minutes before that just to do a little practice.
That's fine. Let's get going.
Back into it. Do you, go ahead and hit anybody with whatever you want to hit them with.
Well, Final Say should be back up and running. I'm thinking April is what they were telling me. So hopefully we can get it back up and running once the schedule gets a little lighter. But hey, we're ready to go, man. I've been. It's like the best season the Broncos had. I had to be in like a shell. I couldn't even talk much. So I've been like a cocoon, and I'm ready to just fly out. I'm a damn butterfly today.
A butterfly. Get the hell out of here with that. The only thing you're gonna be is a caterpillar your whole life, crawling on the ground like a little scum
wait.
you are. I can't wait either. That's what you're gonna see. A little preview of Total Evisceration. Check us out next Tuesday, the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. For Hot Take Jake, I am Omar, the sports professor Fonseca. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Handy QR code up there at the top. Find all of our socials. Hit that like button, whether watching now or on the replay. Really helps us out in the algorithm. Jake, I would stay to talk, but I got to jump to my other show.
No, I know. I'm gonna watch, man. Y'all go crazy.
All right, be blessed.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure foe. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated folk.
Balls and buds by my side, the crowd's all here. Jabs and hooks, rhythm like a thunderstorm. Knockout vibes, this is how legends are born. Gloves up, fight hard, hearts on fire. Balls and buds, we take it higher. Hear the crowd roar.
Balls and buds run this town. Raise a fist, hear the anthem ignite. Rock Chalk family, we settle the score.